Lucas, you've had strong runs here before. You were leading when the suspension broke in season 1, third last time out. Given the current point situation in the championship, how important is victory this weekend?
Lucas, tuviste una buena carrera. Dada tu posición actualmente, ¿cuáles son tus expectativas para este fin de semana?
Olá, buenas tardes a todos. Un placer estar acá en Buenos Aires pela terceira vez. Then I continue in English because I'm interested.
That's okay.
No, the Portuguese will be not so good.
No.
So we had good runs. I agree with the comments previously said. The track is amazing. Lots of overtaking points, wide, fast, quite a good flow. Of course, always the target is to win. It doesn't matter what happens, but of course, not always we can reach the target. And then we have to harvest the most points possible. We've seen in Formula E, things can change up and down quite quickly. We have to keep the focus. Again, the Renault E-Dom's drivetrain with them and with Tech Cheetah is the best drivetrain at the moment. All the rest, well, some of the rest are much closer together, which for me is different. Last year we clearly had the second best car, so any mistakes from them was easier to be there all the time. This year everybody has improved a lot, so Virgin, Mahindra, everybody now is on the weight limit. They are on they improved massively, and we stayed similar gap, I guess, to Renault that we were last year. So every point is important. Everything can happen. The weather looks very dodgy tomorrow, so we have to do our job, get the things done, and collect the most amount of points, if possible, with the victory.
Ok, buenas tardes a todos, es un placer estar acá. Tuvimos buenas carreras, la pista es maravillosa, anduvimos rápido, tuvimos por supuesto que no siempre se puede ganar, así que lo que tenemos que hacer es tratar de conseguir la mayor cantidad de puntos posibles. Debemos enfocarnos, ya que todos los otros equipos también han mejorado sus autos, y debemos mejorar eso y mantenernos en carrera. Cualquier cosa puede suceder, el clima también es una circunstancia que tenemos que tener en cuenta.
As the other guys have mentioned, the long gap has given the teams a chance to perhaps catch up. In the series where the technology is locked down, where are the areas that you're actually able to improve?
Como han mencionado los otros corredores, la diferencia de los puntos es muy grande, pero en la cuestión de tecnología, ¿cuáles son las áreas que ustedes pueden mejorar?
Yes, so people understand, in Formula E the hardware is frozen, so you homologate your parts, and after you cannot change during the whole season. So at the moment we are testing season 4 drivetrain that we upgrade, but you cannot change during the season, which is good for cost, but it's bad if you homologate something which is not competitive. So you can only improve a certain amount. Of course, us with the team, with the know-how from Audi helping us, with the shopper people, with the amount of resources investing in the team and now in the championship, we can always improve. So every race we are finding new stuff, making the drivetrain more efficient, making the software more efficient, making the suspension more efficient. So this is the setup of the car. So this you can change. But let's say that the big game, the change of hardware or the change amount of gears you run, you can only do it season by season. So we can always get closer, but I think we have some limitations that would be hard to overcome.
Okay. Sí, para explicarles un poquito cómo funciona la Fórmula E, todas las cuestiones relacionadas al auto están homologadas, así que no se pueden cambiar de temporada a temporada, así que si hay algo que no funciona, eso debe quedar como está. Entonces lo que podemos hacer es mejorar ciertas cuestiones de recursos, por supuesto estamos muy bien asistidos, así que temporada por temporada podemos llegar a realizar grandes cambios.
Now, there seems to be a pretty strong chance there's going to be some wet running tomorrow. One of the unique things about Formula E is that we have the same tyres in wet and dry. What are these cars like to drive in the wet on those tyres?
Ok, Nelson, hay una gran posibilidad de que ganes. Estos autos están bien preparados. ¿Cuáles son las posibilidades de que ganes, de que ande bien el auto si hay lluvia?
Buenas tardes a todos. Estoy muy contento de estar acá, and that's my Spanish. Yeah, I mean the weather seems like we're going to have a bit of a different weather than we have had the usual couple of years in Formula E. For the first time, we're going to have real rain, hopefully. And I think obviously we don't have enough experience. I mean, we did a little bit of Donington testing on the wet, but still it's a completely different environment compared to driving in a street course like this. Maybe a little bit in London in qualifying, but still I think if it really rains tomorrow, it's going to be our first time with proper rain altogether in a street course. So I think it's going to be fun, obviously to see if the cars that are quicker as well in the dry, they're still going to have maybe the same advantage in the rain, I don't know. I think it's going to be a good chance also for different drivers to shine maybe in the rain, obviously there's going to be different drivers taking more risks because it's practice, other ones not taking as much risk.
Hi, thank you. Okay, good evening to everyone. That is all my Spanish. In relation to... I'm sorry. Con respecto al clima, el clima ha sido obviamente diferente en los últimos 2 años. Si realmente llueve, mañana tendremos la primera lluvia real. Tuve un poquito de experiencia en Donington, otro poco en la quali de Londres, pero bueno, realmente mañana veremos cómo responde el auto. Va a ser divertido si los autos van rápido, pero es una buena posibilidad para que otros pilotos brillen teniendo en cuenta la lluvia.
But in general, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's good for all of us to have a bit of a different scenario coming by. We've hardly had any rain the 3 seasons that we've been racing, so I'm looking forward to it. Unfortunately, it's only in the morning. It would have been fun to see it in the race, to see a little bit of strategy, see what would happen. But yeah, I hope it really rains really hard, like that we have some fun time on the track.
So PK Weather says it's just going to rain in the morning? Or?
Just first practice.
Just, okay.
Ok, estoy realmente ansioso de ver cómo se va a dar todo mañana. Obviamente no tuvimos lluvia en las ediciones anteriores, pero bueno, va a ser muy bueno ver a la mañana las estrategias de cada uno, va a ser muy divertido. Y el comentario entre Sam y Nelson dijo que el pronóstico para mañana que no va we're going to have the first rain in the morning.
He was asking when it was going to rain.
Claro, cuando va a llover, y él dijo a la mañana.
You had a bit of an unusual day yesterday, going to the ATP, having a quick knock up on court before going rugby training with Las Pumas. How was that for you?
It was fun. It was fun to do something different. Oh, sorry.
¿Cómo fue algo inusual pasó el día de ayer? Estuvieron con los Pumas. ¿Cómo fue esa experiencia?
It's fun to do PR activities when it's involving sports and different things, For the first time, they put me in the middle of a court, of the ATP court, with the guy that had just won the match, so I felt pretty embarrassed. There's still people, and I don't really play tennis. I've played it maybe twice in my life, so thank God I managed to hit the ball across the court, and everything was okay. Didn't embarrass myself too much. But it was fun. It's good to do different activities, and met the rugby team as well. So got to talk to them a little bit, and it's good to meet different kind of athletes and see what their life is about, how they travel, what stage they're on in their career, and it's good to make different friends.
Ok, fue divertido. Está muy bueno esto de hacer las actividades de relaciones públicas porque son diferentes cosas. Fue la primera vez que estaba en el medio de una cancha, si jugué 2 veces tenis en mi vida, ha sido mucho, pero por suerte pude pasar la pelota a través de la red. Está muy bueno conocer otros deportistas con diferentes actividades y ver cómo es su vida y todo lo que hacen.